In the high mountain valleys and the arid plateaus of Balochistan, the terrain dictates the terms of life. These regions are defined by geographic isolation, existing far beyond the reach of conventional urban markets. For centuries, survival here has depended on three distinct skills: foraging wild medicinal herbs, saving native seeds to guarantee harvests, and weaving wool from local livestock. Traditionally, these were domestic practices, used only within the home to maintain health and shelter. The intergenerational keepers of this indigenous knowledge are the rural women. They identify precisely when to harvest a specific root, which seeds endure drought, and the recipes required to process raw plants into medicine. However, this knowledge is often exploited. Outside middlemen frequently buy raw plants for pennies, driving a cycle of poverty that forces communities to over-harvest the landscape, stripping the ecosystem of its native biodiversity to meet immediate needs. The economic dynamic shifts when these three isolated skills fuse into a single system. This turns survival practices into an interlocking mechanism. Villages stop exporting low-value raw materials and start building a localized value chain, controlling processing and branding before resources leave the valley. This approach aims to halt ecological damage by replacing wild harvesting with controlled cultivation, while simultaneously building the infrastructure for a commercial enterprise. The first gear is the community seed bank. These jars of labeled seeds represent the working capital of the community. They function as rural financial instruments, providing the biological resources farmers need at the start of a season. Instead of buying commercial seeds, resource-poor farmers take out a seed loan. They borrow a small quantity of seeds to plant, then return a larger amount back to the bank after the harvest. This eliminates the need for cash credit at the beginning of the growing season. Because these banks focus on native, local varieties, they protect genetic diversity. These crops have adapted to the local environment over centuries, making them more resilient to drought and pests than imported varieties. By securing their own supply of planting material, farmers can actively cultivate the medicinal herbs they used to forage. This cultivation provides a steady supply of raw materials without depleting the wild mountainsides. Controlled cultivation supports the second gear, women-led medicinal enterprises. These groups shift the community's focus from selling raw herbs for pennies to formulating high-value products in their own workshops. They utilize specific indigenous recipes, such as processing the Calotropis procera plant into treatments for rheumatism or asthma. This turns local flora into standardized organic skincare, Ayurvedic remedies, and culinary spices. Processing the herbs locally allows the village to capture the profit margins that usually go to external manufacturers. In some regions, processing herbs locally has increased household income by 20% or more. These enterprises take ancient domestic health practices and successfully reformat them as commercial assets ready for wider trade. A high-quality botanical extract is only the first step toward the global market. To reach a premium consumer, the product needs to stand out. That requires the third gear, artisanal premiumization. In Balochistan, this means integrating traditional embroidery. By packaging a medicinal product inside cultural art, like this intricate needlework, the external presentation signals the unique origin and quality of what is inside. Technology is accelerating this craft. The introduction of solar-powered spinning wheels allow women to process wool 4 times faster than traditional methods, increasing their output from 250 grams to a full kilogram per hour. This cultural packaging turns an agricultural grid into a handcrafted artifact. It allows a rural cooperative to appeal to high-end clients, such as luxury hotels or international boutiques. To handle large-scale orders, women organize into farmer marketing collectives, acting as a single unified entity. This scale bypasses middlemen, allowing direct negotiation and microfinancing for better technology. By managing digital traceability from Kuzdar farms to retail shelves, they prove their fair trade status. These collectives provide the essential scale and market trust required for isolated producers to compete as unified players in the global market. The true innovation here is fundamentally structural. By linking seed banking, botanical medicine, and artisanal crafts through a cooperative, the community creates a more resilient economic foundation. This approach leverages unwritten knowledge to create products that industrialized factories cannot easily replicate, providing women a steady income. In districts like Nushki, they now fulfill large-scale artisanal orders for international clients. This model aims to elevate rural households out of poverty while actively protecting the native plant species that anchor the local ecosystem. By connecting traditional preservation with modern market scale, this system offers a practical method for moving rural economies beyond the export of raw materials. By linking community seed banks, medicinal enterprise, and artisanal packaging, Balochistan is preserving its cultural heritage and turning biological wealth into a self-sustaining future.